with the normal vlog scheduling. So hi, my name is Georgia and I make lifestyle vlogs, usually weekly vlogs about my life in London. And if you're here from the Disney vlogs, then hi, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around because this is a really lovely space and I just like to share my life of what's going on, sharing my thoughts on what's happening and just bits and bobs in my life, my work, my friendships, all of the fun things that I get on, some things that I cook. Honestly, a bit of everything. It's a bit of a mishmash. And we like to keep things relatable around here. Nothing's too glamorous, hence Monday morning, freshly woken up, no makeup. So thanks for being here. And this week, I really want to get back on track with my routines, with really just like some good habits. And I sometimes go through a bit of a cycle, like some people, where I get a lot of spikes of anxiety. My anxiety used to be a lot worse and used to affect my life more regularly. But now I find that it comes up, either it's linked to my monthly cycle, or if I've like let a lot of my habits slip, and then I'm like, oh, why is this not happening? Like, I'm still reading, but I haven't been to the gym all week. And I was on a really good gym hike this year, and then I got really sick for 2 weeks. I had the worst cold and flu. So now and then sort of it lets other habits slip. So I've written a bit of a list of things that I want to get back on track with, that will hopefully have a positive ripple effect and help me shift that anxious feeling. So I've had a bit of a brainstorm and I've written my list. So first, I want to get my sleep back on track. I want to be sleeping earlier and wake up at the same time every day. So sometimes I work from home, sometimes I don't. So therefore, I usually sleep a bit later when I'm working from home, but I don't think that's having a positive impact on my sleep. And it's making it harder for me to wake up when I actually need to go into the office or get up and go. So really get my sleep pattern back in track, because I know I can do it. Like during lockdown, I was waking up at 7 a.m. every day, even at the weekend, and I actually loved it because I got so much done in the mornings. So to help with that, no screens in bed, in either like before going to sleep or in the mornings. So don't want to wake up and just be scrolling on my phone, because it doesn't have a good impact on my life, and especially from an attention point of view, like it's really not good for your focus for the rest of the day. So you're not setting yourself up for success. Get back into reading. In January, I read Onyx Storm, which was amazing. And I was on such a fantasy hype before then. So I wanted to try and mix things up a little bit and read something different. And I listened to the Rest is Entertainment podcast. So I've been reading Thursday Murder Club, I think, by Richard Osman. And I think just because it's so different from fantasy, it just took me a while to get into it. And then because I wasn't reading, or maybe because I was on my phone more, I was really struggling to find the attention span to read. For me, like social media and reading, it's such a different thing. So if I'm going to try and scroll less, and if I'm going to watch things, I want to watch YouTube videos, because then at least that's like longer form and you focus your attention to something. So I want to shift that. Really making an effort to get my steps in, or at least to get outside every day, take a bit of a lunch break or go to the gym. Just because at the beginning of the year when things were a bit quieter, I was really making an effort to do that. And now things have picked up a bit. I'm prioritising work, when really actually prioritising getting outside, getting those steps in, getting that exercise is going to have a more positive impact on my work and on my life. So really making an effort to do that. Another thing that really impacts me and makes me feel antsy and anxious is if my space isn't clean and tidy. Really making an effort of keeping on top of chores, such as laundry and cleaning, waking up, cleaning, like clearing the dishwasher away, just making sure everything's nice. So it's like tidy space, tidy mind, and it makes me feel a lot more zen and happy. The next on my list is doing a weekly shop. At the beginning of the year, Nish and I got really good at doing this. So on a Sunday, we would sit down together, do a little brainstorm, look at our joint Pinterest board, at some recipe inspiration, and then write down the list and then go get it. Because obviously we lead busy lives, and sometimes we have like hobbies, sometimes we have things on, and I do love cooking, but if I'm really tired and hungry, I don't want to be thinking about what I'm cooking. I just want the ingredients. If the ingredients are in the house, then I'll do it. And if not, then I'll figure something out to make from the ingredients in the house, which generally isn't probably the most nutritious meal. So really making an effort to do that, which is good. I actually had to do it by myself on Sunday because Nish was out watching the rugby. So I didn't manage to actually pick up everything because we needed a lot of stuff. So I need to pop back and get a few more of those bits later today. And also just planning out the week. We have lots on, and I have all of my work stuff. So sometimes I have late webinars or events. Sometimes I have like activities, we're seeing friends. So I can see that in my calendar. So just really plotting out, okay, which days am I going to go to the gym? Am I going to go at lunch? Am I going to go after work? When are we going to have certain meals? When am I going to fit in like YouTube, for example, editing? When am I going to go for a walk? When am I going to do the things that also make me happy? And on a lighter note, I probably won't cover much of this in this video because this is more about the routine, but something that I really feel like helps with my anxiety is doing sort of like crafty activities or things with my hands. So I really want to, I've got some bits already. So I want to have a look through what I already have. But also I've seen a lot of people using the colouring books with like the acrylic paint pens. So potentially that, maybe getting back into embroidery. I have a bunch of resources and bits for that already. But I feel like it's really helped me if I'm feeling like antsy and I don't know how to shift it, doing something with my hands. So even like cooking, baking, rather than just like sitting watching TV, getting out, going for a walk, just really moving your body and doing something else and distracting your mind. Because majority of the time I'm feeling anxious or antsy, it's not a valid bodily response of feeling like the fight or flight. It's just, for some reason, my brain is anxious and it feels that way. So if you don't suffer from any sort of anxiety, or if I'm not making sense when I'm saying something antsy, but if you do, if that is relatable, please let me know below, because it's just like this feeling of like, oh, like, and like, I don't know, I can't explain it with words. But anyway, so yeah, that is really what my priority is for the week. So I'm going to show you how I get on this week. I wanted to wake up at 7, but ended up getting up at 7:30 when Nish left to go to the office because I'm working from home today. So just wanted to slowly wake up, shower, get ready. I put my gym clothes on, ready to go at lunch. Even if I just go on the treadmill and walk and listen to an audiobook, that will be a success for me. So I'm now just gonna make some breakfast, have some coffee, and get myself set up for the day and plan out my work week. So yeah, thank you so much for coming back and being here. And if you're new, I hope you enjoy. Just pop this on in the background and get on with whatever you're doing, and hopefully you'll find something in here helpful or enjoyable, or just I can be there as company while you're cleaning, or just there getting ready in the morning. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed and cheer me on because I don't think this is necessarily going to be easy, but it will be worth it. concept art and it's open to interpretation. As long as it tastes good, that's the main thing, right? I'll get there on the latte art. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, so every Monday I have penciled in to my diary every week from 9 till 10 my weekly planning. So I get my little notebook. I know a lot of people have their to-do lists online, but I am such a writer. I need to write things, otherwise I just won't get them done. So I rewrite my to-do list every Monday, just so I can refine it and prioritise a little bit. So that is what I'm going to do now. I split things out into different projects and add a little checkbox next to it so I can check it off. And I actually always write in pencil. This is my Japanese never breaking self-sharpening pencil that Nish got me for Christmas because he kept on hearing me break my roll-up pencil. So ever the researcher, ever the thoughtful gift giver is Nish. So I've got that, and always a Sharpie because I like to tick and cross off things with a Sharpie once I've done it, just so it's super clear what's happened. So I've just got New Zoe Sugg vlog in the background, of course, and I'm just going to redo that. I'm also a post-it note fiend when it comes to work. If I'm in a meeting or if I'm in whatever, I'm always writing post-it notes of ideas that I have, and I have pages of just post-it notes in here in my notebook so I don't lose them. So I just need to go through all my post-it notes on my desk, get rid of any that I don't need anymore, and incorporate any into my to-do list as well. So I won't be able to show you my to-do list because there might be some confidential information on there, but you know I'm doing it and it will set me up for the week nicely. And I have to do this before I even check any of my emails, any of my Slacks, because otherwise I just get distracted and then it doesn't get done and it won't work. And then once I've done my to-do list, what I'll do is I'll look at my calendar and look at any deadlines I have, and any big tasks I'll actually block into my calendar so I know when I'm going to have a chance to do them, and I'll definitely have time. So yeah, if anyone struggles to prioritise at work or just struggles to know when to get things done, this is super simple, but I find it really works for me. So yeah. Also, another work trick is if you struggle with feeling like you getting into tasks, procrastination, really feeling anxious about work and the work you have to do, I find a really short task, like an easy task that you can get done quickly. Start with a few of those, especially on a Monday morning, but I try to do this every day because then it gets your focus in and it gets your momentum up. If that makes sense, you're like, okay, I can do this, and it builds your confidence of being able to do things and sort of allows you to release that anxiety. And this is so funny because I had some career coaching towards the end of lockdown, with an amazing career coach called Hannah, and she was amazing. And it really just gave me the realization that growing up in school, through uni, I feel like, I don't know if this is just me, but I feel like this is quite a common misconception, is that the working world is like you see it online, like you see it on TV shows, that you will come into this job and your manager is there and everyone's there to help you and everyone's working towards the same thing, and you're working towards your promotion each year, and that's really not the case. And you really have to prioritize your own growth, and if you're struggling with things, you need to really vocalize that and let people know. And
share sort of what you feel like you need for help. This will really depend on your managers, different kinds of managers, etc. But everyone works in such a different way that I think coming into the working world, I was like, oh, like everyone's gonna be looking, and people will teach me how to do all of these different things so I can complete my job, and you'll have a training session on this. And once you get into the working world, it's really not like that. It is a lot of teaching yourself things and figuring out how to do things for yourself, learning things from each other, asking people for help if you need help, and sort of like being in control of your own destiny and your own progression to an extent, or at least that's kind of what I found. And I've really gone through waves of feeling super motivated to do that, and also then feeling completely lost, completely overwhelmed, not knowing how to do things, not knowing what I should be focusing on. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, or like how I can help. But if you are struggling, I honestly would really recommend career coaching. I know it's not always cheap, or even looking into ways like of organisation and figuring out how to do that, or maybe even asking someone to mentor you, especially earlier on in your career, because I found it really, really valuable, and I learned a lot of lessons from those sessions, even just sort of breaking down the mindset or like the image of what I thought working would be. So yeah, I'm going to pause because, you know, I'm like, I'll go off on a tangent forever. I also hope you like my headband. I got it at Catherine's hen do that I went to the other week, and it's just really good for keeping my hair back. I don't have any other headbands, so I don't have any meetings this morning until later, so it's staying on. Okay, I'm gonna get on with my work, keep watching Zoe Sugg, sipping my coffee, writing my to-do list, and we'll set ourselves up for a really good week. Okay, it is 11:45. You can tell I haven't really been speaking to anyone, and I've made some real progress, which is good. I've also just set up some calendar invites and reminders to remind me to do things monthly. So if anyone who doesn't know, I'm a community manager at Pinterest for all of our amazing content creators in the UK, and there's lots of things that come up on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, that I need to share as posts, emails, whatever it is. So, and I know that they come, so I have just put in some blocks and reminders for myself just to make sure that I'm staying on top of things, and it will make my life so much easier in the future. I don't know why I haven't done it before, but so that is in, so feeling pretty good about that. But I've just started to feel myself get a bit distracted and not really focused. So what I'm going to do is I need to take a package back for a return from John Lewis. I've got 4 weddings this year, so I've had to start finding dresses, and I feel like my body shape just isn't an easy one, so I've tried to start early, and I found one out of this that was amazing. I also did a Nobody's Child order, which I loved so many of them, but I have a larger bust, and with a lot of the Nobody's Child dresses, they are so gorgeous. The shape was so flattering. It's exactly what I wanted, but it's just not elasticated at all around the bust, and they just didn't have the larger sizes in stock. So I'm going to keep my eyes peeled and see if they have any new items coming out. Maybe check in the actual shop in Carnaby Street and see if they have any in that size, but a lot of them were sold out, so I don't think so. But yes, anyway, tangent, reel it back. I'm just going to go for a little walk, drop off this package, and there is a Sainsbury's near where I need to drop it off, and I've seen so many cute things about new pyjamas come in and some homeware. There were some really cute mugs. Not that I need any new mugs, but I think it would be rude not to have a look if I'm there anyway. So I'll let you know if I find anything. It's not renowned as being a good Sainsbury's, but we'll see. I feel like spring is in, it's a new season, and I'll just pop and check. So yeah, let's get outside, get some fresh air, get some steps in and get going. Hello. I'm just back from my errands and been listening to the best podcasts. I need to listen to Mel Robbins more, but I was just listening to the Mel Robbins episode that came out really recently, and the title is, hang on, it's scrolling. If you're feeling uncertain and anxious, you need to listen to this. And let me see if it will share who the guest is. She is speaking to Dr. Julie Smith, all about anxiety, coping mechanisms, how to sort of reframe your thinking. And I thought that was just so perfect. Now this is turning into a self-help podcast and an insight into my anxious brain. But yeah, really enjoyed it. I'm going to keep listening. And I really want to listen to Julie's new book. It's called Open When. And they were saying they would give it to all of their kids before they left home. Because it's basically just like a toolkit of things that you can use and how to like keep yourself from getting to that point. And I really struggle to read non-fiction books, so I think I'm going to test out Audible and try and listen to non-fiction books, because I love podcasts, but there are so many books that I would love to listen to and read, but I just really struggle. So yes, anyway, I got a couple of fun things in Sainsbury's. It was a good day in Sainsbury's. Should I have bought these things? I will just caveat saying I did just do a bit of a wardrobe clear out, so it's only right to treat yourself to a couple of things. So, clothing wise, I got all of these in a 16, just because I fluctuate between 14 and 16, so, and this sort of looked the best. Colour of the moment, butter yellow, just knitted jumper there. Looks so nice. It's a bit higher at the top than the bottom. I want to try these on with some light wash jeans. And then a new pair of pyjamas. Green and white stripe. Really nice collared and with the trousers too. And I'll show you our bedding at the moment. It's also green and white stripe. I've also got green and white stripe towels. So it's a very Georgia thing. So we've got those. Then also got boring things, but the few exciting things I picked up were, I saw these everything bagels, and it was just making me think about the US, so I had to pick up those up, because we've got the everything but the bagel seasoning, and we had these with like cream cheese and stuff in the US and at Disney, so I thought it would be nice to sort of replicate that. I'm sure Nish will be very excited. And I also picked up, Sainsbury's do a bunch of different flavours of hot cross buns. If you're in the US, hot cross buns are a staple in the UK around Easter time. So I picked up two of the flavours that I hadn't tried before and just not normal, which was coffee and chocolate chip, and then also lemon and white chocolate. So I'm thinking as an afternoon snack before I head to choir this afternoon, I will taste test one of these and I'll report back on how it is. You know how much I love a little taste test and trying new foodie bits. And then I just picked up the rest of the groceries for our food shop that I couldn't carry the other day. So yeah, it's about 10 to 12. So I had quite a late breakfast. I had some avo toast. So I might just wait, carry on with some work and have lunch a little bit later. So yeah, but I just wanted to fill you in. I'm feeling much better. Steps, fresh air, change of environment, honestly just leaving the house if you're feeling a bit like that. It's so simple, but it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Okay, it's time. I've just had an afternoon meeting. I've done the absolutely glamorous job that I've been putting off of taking the bins and the recycling out. So the kitchen is feeling very clear and clean, and it's time to do a taste test. I went with the lemon and white chocolate, but it still smells very traditional hot cross bunny, which, if you know me, I'm not a huge Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. I'm not a huge cinnamon gal. I'm not a huge winter spice gal. And that is pretty hot crust bunny, although it depends on the day. So I'm hoping this will still be on the lemon and white chocolate side rather than the cinnamon side. But let's give it a go. Go for the top. I've also just toasted it slightly, put a little bit of Lurpak on there. Okay. I'm getting a bit of lemon. And it's sweet. I think the only white chocolate is the cross. Yeah, it's cute. It's not like cute. I wish it was a little more lemony white chocolatey, but does the job. Makes me feel festive for Easter. Hello. It is Thursday today. I haven't chatted to you for a couple of days, but I've just been plodding along. I'm feeling good today. The sun is out. I'm wearing my new yellow jumper from Sainsbury's. And I've been having a okay-ish week so far, which has been good. I feel like I have been trying to go to bed earlier and I've been finding it easier to wake up, which is good. And yeah, just seen some friends this week, going to dinner tonight at a new opening restaurant. I think there's another one in London already, but this one's new. And Nish has this app called Nudge, which does new openings so you can get 50% off food, and they do loads of different stuff. I think you pay £50 for the year, and we've already made back the money like 5 times, I swear. So yeah, that'll be nice. I'll take you along with us for that. Just sitting in this massive meeting room because it was the only one left. But yes, I've got some one-to-ones to help creators with their content for the next hour and a half, which is always fun. But yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day, and hopefully I'll share more of the week and I'll do some more reflections on how my different habits and changes have affected things. And I know it's not just gonna jump in one week, but hopefully over time, and the consistency will really help. Hello. It's Friday. I haven't vlogged in a little while, but just getting ready. I'm going to do my makeup. I've just taken my heatless curls out, given them a bit of a spray with the Archive Veil hairspray, so they hopefully stay a little bit longer. But I thought I could have a little catch up while I do my makeup, because it's been a while and I feel like we have bits to catch up on. I feel like at the beginning of the week I was talking about trying to get routines back and I was feeling a bit anxious, so that's been going really well. Obviously these things take time, it's not going to happen overnight, but have been really loving just trying to get my sleep pattern back, trying to go to bed a bit earlier, be in bed a bit earlier so I can wind down, reading before bed, and then waking up at the same time every day, because I just feel so much more awake. And so yeah, so that's really been helping, and I feel more energized in the morning, which is nice. As always, Anastasia Brow Freeze. I feel like people in my everyday life ask me what I use for my brows, and this, I think this is my like 5th tube of this. It's really good. I haven't tried the pot, which I am kind of tempted by because you get a lot more, I think, for your money, but this is so good.
I feel like I'm going to go off on tangents about products and then I'll get lost. But yeah, feeling much better and I want to continue to do that. I feel like sleep was the first thing and then I want to try and schedule back in my workouts and stuff because work has been busy. But at the beginning of the year, I was really good at scheduling in, going to the gym, in lunch breaks and stuff. And after I had my 2-week flu cold, it just dropped off. So I want to get that back, but you've got to give yourself a little bit of time to build things back up slowly, I feel. So yes, what else? Another thing I've been loving is I just downloaded or signed up to Audible. If I run out of podcasts, I feel like I'm always like, I don't know what to listen to. So this has been really nice just to put on while working or cooking. And also after what was the Beast of Onyx Storm, I felt like I was in a bit of a reading slump and I was just missing fantasy because I feel like there's so much plot, there's so much world building around fantasy that after I sometimes struggle to get into books. And I'm reading Richard Osman's Thursday Murder Club, which is so cute and it's lovely, but I'm just really struggling to get through it. So I really want to finish that and then I want to read the new Hunger Games book because I know it's going to be good. It's got really good reviews already. So I can't wait. And I read, Battle of Songbirds and Snakes before I watched the movie. So I definitely want to read the next one, which is exciting. And then I'm going to get back on Throne of Glass. Although I did pick up Babel in this book charity shop the other day because it was only £2.50. And I've heard that's really good. So I'll see how I feel after the new Hunger Games book as well, which will be nice. What else can I tell you? I need to keep going. So I always do my brows first, let them set, and then I'll go on to skin. My friend Hayden gave me this. It's the L'Oreal Paris Revitalift Filler Hyaluronic Replumping Water Cream. Bit of a mouthful, but it's one of these, and it's really nice and light, as it's a water cream, but it's really hydrating and it smells good. I know people say fragrance isn't good for your skin, but it's nice. Hello.
You videoing?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh, shit. Sorry.
No, don't say sorry.
I forgot to do my moustache, so I've got a bit of a longer moustache.
That's all right. Just say you're getting a head start on Movember.
Yeah. A real head start, jeez.
I'm just using, I mix the e.l.f. Halo Glow, the new e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation, which I saw on social media and someone said that they used it on Cynthia Erivo on a red carpet and it's really nice. Although it's it probably is a shade match for me, but I like to bronze up a little bit. So I've just been mixing in a bit of my IT CC Plus cream just to deepen it up just a little bit. Work's been really good, but it has been busy. I feel like in my experience, January is a lot of planning, a lot of budget allocations, a lot of program setting. So it takes a little while to pick up, but then February, March, things really, really pick up. So I've been working super hard, but it has been really fun. And I'm working on some really fun projects, which I'm really enjoying. I'm getting to work with other teams and work on things that I'm really passionate about, as well as just my normal day-to-day, which has been really, really fun. And I'm headed to San Francisco for our annual trip in a couple weeks. So it'll be so nice to see all of my colleagues from around the world, which is lovely. So yeah, that'll be fun. And maybe I'll show you some of the more social things that I get up to, rather than the actual work stuff, which I probably won't be able to tell you about. I've had a nail break. It's been kind of sad, but necessary. I started to get a bit of eczema around my eyes and I did some Googling and it was saying that it was a gel reaction. So I think maybe I was trying to go a bit fast and not curing properly. So it was a very good wake up call to take a break, and I wanted to like have a few months off to fully just make sure that it was that. And then I'll try again, and if it comes back straight away, then I'll know it's unfortunately something that I can't do. But I'm hoping it was just because I didn't apply properly. And I've kind of been thinking about potentially trying to book on to do a course, just so I can fully understand and learn some proper techniques, especially around like nail prep and stuff, because I've seen loads of videos online, but I think it would be good to understand how it all works and how to improve and like level up my minimal skill. I was just using the Hourglass concealer. I really like this one in shade creme. I've repurchased this one lots as well. My skin has actually been pretty good recently. I've gone super basic, just cream cleanser, like cleansing balm, another cleanser to double cleanse, and then what's it called? Glycolic acid, the ordinary like yellowy orangey one, and just moisturiser. So, and I've just really pulled back and got a CeraVe moisturiser, so it's for evenings, so it's super stripped back and minimal, no fragrance, and my skin's been pretty good. What else? I've also been doing a bit of a wardrobe clear out, just as you notice, like as seasons come and go. So I swap my spring, summer and autumn, winter wardrobe and like keep it under my bed. I just feel like if you notice that you're not wearing things in your wardrobe, but it still feels full, then it's kind of a nice opportunity as spring's coming around to get rid of a few bits, or like try some bits on that you may have forgotten about and try and integrate them into your wardrobe. So I've been doing that, and I bought a couple of new bits. I'm trying to inject some more colour into my wardrobe as well, just to be a bit more fun. So yeah, and this is the Milk Makeup Contour Sculpt Stick in Toasted. So just putting that on my cheeks and forehead. I do a little on my eyelids just to sculpt that a little, and then on my nose. I'm not very precise with this, and then a little under the jawline just to define, but yeah, nothing crazy. It will blend eventually. So yeah, that has been really nice. I do want to sort of build out and create a bit more of a capsule wardrobe and look at shapes a bit more that suit my body type. I'm trying desperately to find outfits for weddings. We have 4 weddings this year. I feel like I'm getting to the age now where they're just gonna rack up, which is really exciting, but also I feel like for my body type, my body shape, I need to make sure I give myself enough time to make sure I have things that I'm really comfortable in and happy with. So yeah, have started having a look for those as well. I went on my first ever hen do the other week, which was so fun, which was for my friend Catherine. And yeah, it was so fun. We did line dancing, we had like sip and paint, we did facials, we had a pizza party. It was so lovely and so nice to meet everyone that is going to be going to the wedding beforehand, which was lovely. I'm just using the Charlotte Tilbury little bronze and glow duo, but I am very nearly out of the bronzer. I do want to find a separate powder bronzer that I can add to my collection, because I've got lots of the highlight left and other highlights in my collection, and I'm really trying hard not to buy beauty bits this year, although my friend Hayden, who works at L'Oreal, brought me a bag of stuff the other day, and I was like, this is not helping but I didn't buy it, my non-beauty buys, but I didn't buy them, so I think that still counts. I feel like I still look super pale on here, but what's next? Let's fill in the brows a little. I'm just going to look in a little mirror here. Just to fill in a little bit. I've still been loving the switch to using the beard dye instead of brow dye. Thank you, Molly Campsey, for that tip. It's just using the Just for Men medium brown brow like beard dye, and it's so much stronger than a brow dye. I literally, the first time I did it, it was so dark. Now I just leave it on for 3 minutes, be really precise with where you put it, and it does wonders. And there's so much more product in there, so it will last me much longer, which is good. I think these are looking all right. The brows, all very quick and speedy, you will see from me. Might do a little bronzer on the lids. Let's find, I'm just going to use this Lancome Big bronzer. Just did a little in there. Just sweep over the lid a little. But I hope you've all been doing well. And if you are from the Disney vlogs, hi. I hope you're not too disappointed that they're over. And if you're here for the normal life, then welcome and thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Welcome to my little crazy weekly life diaries. I only started YouTube in November last year. So it's been a short but really fun journey, and I'm loving it. It's so fun. And I built a nice little community here of lovely people. So thank you for watching and listening to my rants and thoughts. I am just getting ready for, I don't know if I said, I'm getting ready for some birthday drinks this evening. I have no idea what I'm going to wear, but we'll find something cute. Okay, I need to bring this mirror down to do liner. I've not really been doing liner as much recently, and now I feel like whenever that happens, I get out of practice. So, wish me luck. Okay, one eye, done. Okay, I actually think that's pretty even. That'll do. I'm happy with that. Could have gone much worse. Much, much worse. Oh yeah, and this is the NYX Epic Wear waterproof liner in brown. I feel like no liners stay on me. I feel like my eyelids, even like shadow, if I put loads of powder on there, I feel like I have a greasy eyelid, which is gross to say. But, you know, when it all clumps, the product clumps in the creases of your eyelids, that happens to me every single day. So really don't really wear much eyeshadow anymore because I'm not a touch-up gal, especially when at work. I just put it on and it is what it is. Maybe I should get a better setting spray. Or, yeah, setting spray. Okay, lashes and lips, and then we're done. Although I'll do lips in a bit because I think we're going to eat some food before we head off. But please let me know if you have any book recommendations, if you have any TV recommendations. Nish and I have a list of things that we need to watch, but I think there's one more episode of Severance season 2 to watch. I am addicted to watching theory videos. I have no idea what's happening. I also saw a video of this girl saying like, I can't come up with theories myself. I don't know what's going on. I take everything at face value and it is what it is. And that's me. That's me with books, TV shows, everything. I don't really read too much into it. When people say like, oh no, I didn't like that film, like, and they look at it from a really critical angle, I'm like, if I'm entertained, then I'm enjoying. So yeah, I love watching all of the theory videos, but I could never come up with anything myself. Okay, makeup done, apart from lips, but I will do that later. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm at the moment in life, in the week. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and thanks for the patience with all the Disney videos, and I'm back to regular weekly vlog scheduling, so welcome back to the madness, and I'll see you soon.